Hi Aquarius and Aquarius rising. Here is a general look at your solar chart for March 2015, and this would be a good month to step out of your routine box. You can grasp new ideas pretty quickly this month. There's a very lovely aspect, a configuration between Jupiter and your ruling planet Uranus this month, so very much this is a time to reach out into new things. Might take you aback a bit, but on the other hand, this is quite a magical energy. It's an inventive energy. It's an energy which breaks new ground. It is the energy of the magician and the sorcerer. So just bear that in mind. And there's also an eclipse this month as well. And as the month begins, the sun is in a very sort of practical, materialistic area to do with finances, property. So that could be center stage, and the rest of things sort of revolving around that until the 21st. Key themes there are around stuff, resources, finances, property, as I say, and whatever you're doing with it, you know, and maybe buying, selling, renting, leasing, that kind of thing could be getting your attention. And then there's the eclipse. Now the eclipse is on the cusp of Pisces and Aries, so it's happening on the 20th, and if you were to do a thing on that day there related to those areas in your natal chart, then that will unfold over the coming 6 months. For instance, Pisces is your area of finances. In fact, the sun is in Pisces up until the 21st. So I've just described that area. And then the next area is more to do with ideas, communications, education, media, anything to do with meeting and greeting and socializing, you know, and getting to know a district or people, and connecting, all about connections, and moving around, you know, running around more. So if there is anything there that you would like to improve, this is the magical thing to do with eclipses, is that particularly a strong solar eclipse like this one, is that if you were to be doing, just taking one small step in the run up to the eclipse on that day there of the eclipse, or maybe there's a night between, because in Europe it starts really early, about 7:40 in the morning. In the States you're not going to see, in the Americas, you're not going to see the actual visual of the eclipse, but you saw the last one if you were looking. But you can see it on webcams, but it's going to be seen at 90% way up Greenland, Iceland, northern Scandinavia, and then at 40% across Europe. More towards northern Europe, 40%, a little bit less in the south, but you can Google it just the way I did, and you can find out if you're interested. But it doesn't matter whether you're seeing it or not, the strength of the eclipse energy to bring in change. It's very neutral energy. It allows you to change gear related to those two areas I've mentioned to you, but to just take one step in the direction that you want to go, and then that will unfold. That intention will kind of magnify and grow over the coming 6 months with a little bit of maintenance along the way. That's the idea behind the eclipse energy. Now Mercury is in your sign up until the 13th, so very much in the the eye of the storm of information exchange, a lot going on in your head. Maybe you need to control that a little bit, maybe you need to meditate, you just sort of kick back, chillax, or maybe there's just more going on around you and you feel a bit scattered, so you just need to engineer quiet places for yourself. But you can very much in the sort of the left brain up until the 13th, and then from the 13th the Mercury goes into the same area as the Sun, giving conversations a more practical slant about how to improve this or that, or move this, or ditch it, or change it, or protect it, or maintain it, or repair it, or whatever it is. It can even be related to health, but it's usually about stuff, you know, just stuff that we kind of trail through life with, all that paraphernalia, and buying, selling, renting, leasing as well, and it's about agents and go-betweens also. And then from up until the 17th, Venus is in a very sociable, chatty part of your chart. You can do well in negotiations. You can get yourself, you know, you can can be persuasive, you can be articulate, other people like what you say, or you've got more access to entertaining locations, the arts, or you can do well through media, or you feel supported through brothers and sisters, or soul brothers and sisters, or indeed they feel supported through you, by you. If you want to pour oil on troubled waters, you can with this one here. And then Mars is also in that area there, meaning that you really are very left-brained at the moment. Mental processes firing off all over the place. But remember, the brain and that mental part of the brain is just a very small part of what we are. But of course, we are not educated to understand that, and we kind of lose that whole perspective of wholeness when we're very, very small, or rather not lose it, but just misplace it. Yeah, and comings and goings are likely to be increasing, and again, this thing about ideas, you know, new ideas, grasping onto an idea, you know, writing, speaking, developing the idea through those two things. Or just developing your skill to express yourself through whatever medium of expression you choose. And you can be a little bit assertive, a little bit hasty maybe in not engaging brain before mouth. That's the only thing I'd say about Mars being there. Up until the 17th, probably not, but after the 17th, you're not so protected by Venus's good auspices. Venus moves out of there and then beams a very friendly, warm energy, sociable energy into the root of your chart, right in your own backyard. Maybe you are meeting and greeting and visiting more people, or they're coming into your space more, or maybe you are connecting with people about property or location, or maybe you're not at home, maybe you're elsewhere and really appreciating your surroundings, or maybe you are at home and you're really appreciating your surroundings, or maybe it's not like that, maybe you're just appreciating the neighbors, the community, the family, even more with Venus there at the root of your chart. And then from the 21st, the Sun is in a sociable, busy area. You could be making more connections, also over the wires, also kind of connecting with others from your home in a kind of bonding with others, to do with over the wires, but also from your home over the wires, but also in your home or in a location which is not your home, and it's becoming an area which is like where everybody can meet up. And education or travel is also highlighted, and there may be some plans, schedules or itineraries to consider. And then Saturn is in a more helpful angle to your sun sign at the moment up until June. It means that if you put this steady, gradual, step-by-step flow of energy into group connections, cultivating the right group, because you know you are a kind of a group person. You need to know your homies, you know, where you come from, the people that you're connected to. But maybe this is a time when you're slowly moving into cultivating those in a different type of group, or maybe not. Maybe you're just finding your level in the pecking order of a hierarchy, and just slowly making your way up, or finding your level and then being quite happy to stay there. But this is in time of progress, so steady as you go, and you Aquarians born the 23rd to the 25th of January, or with 3 to 5 degrees rising, going to feel that energy the most over this forecast period. And then Jupiter is opening the way to new growth through personal and professional alliances. Because of key close associations, your horizon will broaden. Jupiter's in your opposite sign, and maybe it is through somebody in close relationship that these new ideas are coming at you this month. You're getting right outside of the box. You're getting more into, you know, where they come from, their cultural background, what they know. You know, it might be like that, but it's definitely not going to be boring. And maybe it's more than one person as well. So you Aquarians born the 31st of January to the 5th of February, or with 11 to 16 degrees rising, going to feel that energy the most this month. And just to say that there's a little bit of uncertain energy, a little bit of insecurity around in the month of March for all of the signs. I made another video which is called March 2015 in a nutshell. Maybe you'd like to listen to that. And this is all written up on my website. Well, the bones of it is, and also if you listen to your moon sign or your rising sign, there might be some more info in there for you to use. And I hope that it is going to be a good month for you, and I'll see you the next time.